the fuck off my property. You know you've been trespassed. You know you're not supposed to be here. You refusing to leave my property?
Oh, you fucking asshole! Oh, I'm fucking off now. What? Fucker! Fucking asshole!
I told you to leave property!
Get the fuck out of here!
I told you to leave property! You've been trespassed and warned multiple times!
I'm calling the police. Son of a bitch. Get the... God damn it!
Get the fuck out the vehicle now! You already tried to hit me once! You move this vehicle again, I will fire!
Oh my God!
I told you to stop and do not angle the vehicle at me! Call the authorities now!
Oh God! Help me!
I told you not to move the vehicle! I told you!
You call 911 right now! Oh my God! You fucking ass! Oh my God!
You already tried to hit me with the vehicle once! And that is assault! You also used pepper spray! You've been trespassed from the property multiple times!
Freddy! Freddy! It's Freddy! Ah! Oh! Oh my God! Oh! The security guard just shot my husband! Oh! Oh! Freddy! 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 Oh my God, you killed him, you asshole!
I told you! He tried to hit me!
Why'd you shoot him?
Because he tried to hit me with a vehicle! That is assault with a deadly weapon!
You called 911! You killed my husband! Oh! Oh!
Are you on the authorities with them right now?
I'm on 911 right now.
Told them that he's been trespassed multiple
I watched
times.
you. I watched you.
Okay.
We all watched you. Yes, he's shot. Yes, we definitely. I see blood. Yes.
He's bleeding out.
Okay.
Do they want me to render aid? I don't know what to do at this point.
You want security to render aid? Are you calling medical? What do you want him to do?
I'm right here standing by my camera.
I am your host Xavier, and you are watching Final Day of Life Stories. Subscribe to my channel for a constant flow of great content. Like the video and drop a comment down below. It really helps out my channel with the algorithm. On May 29th, 2021, Freddy Nelson, age 49, was shot and killed at Lowe's Home Center in North Portland, Oregon, off North Hayden Meadows Drive by private security Logan GImbel. Grand jury indicts private security guard in fatal shooting of customer outside North Portland Lowe's. Freddy T. Nelson Jr. and his wife had gone to Lowe's Home Center off North Hayden Meadows Drive to buy some materials for a remodeling project on May 29th, 2021. A Multnomah County grand jury on Thursday returned a murder indictment against a private security guard who wasn't certified to carry a gun on the job for fatally shooting a customer in the parking lot of the Lowe's Home Care Center near North Portland's Delta Park. Logan C. GImbel, 28, shot Freddy Nelson, 49, as Nelson sat in the driver's seat of his truck on May 29th. GImbel was patrolling the Delta Shopping Center with a gun and has claimed the shooting was in self-defense, but a grand jury didn't agree, returning an indictment against GImbel that charges him with second-degree murder with a firearm, unlawful use of a firearm, recklessly endangering another person, and 2 counts of second-degree unlawful use of mace. GImbel turned himself in Thursday morning to the Portland Police Bureau. Multnomah County District Attorney Mike Schmidt announced. GImbel is being held without bail at the Multnomah County Detention Center. He was arraigned Friday afternoon and entered not guilty pleas to the charges. Relatives of Nelson watched from a video feed, and some of GImbel's family attended the brief hearing. GImbel has been assigned court-appointed attorney John Gutsbethel, who was not present Friday. He's set to return to court January 12th. My thoughts, in quotations, my thoughts are with Freddy Nelson's family. In the wake of this tragedy, we will work to prevent anything like this from happening again. End of quotation, Schmidt said in a statement. Attorney Tom Damore, who has filed a $25 million wrongful death suit against GImbel and his employer on behalf of Nelson's family, called the development good but bittersweet news for Mr. Nelson's wife Caren and the children. Nelson had 3 children. Schmidt pleaded to work with state lawyers to tighten controls and training for private security guards in Oregon, and issued a news release that included similar statements from legislators who chair the state's House and Senate Judiciary Committees. GImbel, who worked for the Corner Store Security Group, wasn't certified to carry a gun while working security, according to records with the State Department of Public Safety Standards and Training. He surrendered his unarmed private security certification on June 22nd as the state agency moved to revoke it for having a gun on the job and using deadly force with the gun while working. GImbel said he had received armed security training and sent an application to the agency for the armed certification according to the records, but the department indicated that it never got the application and that it was GImbel's responsibility to follow up, the records showed. In quotation, the authority to protect and serve people is derived from the community, and thus all policing conduct must be held to the highest standard. When that standard is not met, our community deserves to see course corrections through accountability mechanisms and through policy, end quote, said State Representative Janelle Benham D. Happy Valley, who chairs the House Judiciary Committee. Nelson and his wife had gone to the Lowe's off North Hayden Meadows Drive to buy some materials for a remodeling project. Nelson parked his truck in the lot near the garden center and gathered some of his belongings, while his wife Caren Nelson walked to the garden center to look at flowers, according to the family's lawyer. Freddy Nelson was still at his truck when GImbel pulled up perpendicular to it, blocking Nelson from leaving the parking space, Damore said. GImbel told Nelson that he was under arrest, but Nelson argued that the guard had no authority to arrest him, Damore said. Security officials at the property had put out a, in quotation, be on the lookout, end of quotation, order for Nelson and would harass or intimidate him when he was seen, Damore said. It's not clear what led to such an order. Nelson's wife heard an argument at the truck and returned to it. According to the lawyer, Freddy Nelson told GImbel that he was leaving and the couple got into the truck and locked their doors. GImbel tried to open the driver's door, and when he couldn't, he pushed a bottle of pepper spray through a cracked back window on the truck's driver's side and sprayed inside, according to Damore. The guard then walked in front of the truck, raised his pistol, and ordered the couple not to move, the lawyer said. Moments later, GImbel fired 4 shots. He struck Freddy Nelson 3 times in the head and chest, killing him as his wife sat beside him in the front seat, Damore said. The charges against GImbel of recklessly endangering another person and one of the counts of unlawfully using mace relate to Nelson's wife, according to the indictment. Logan GImbel made his first appearance Friday 3rd, 2021 in the Multnomah County Circuit Court on the murder indictment. He was given a court-appointed attorney in the case, which has been specially assigned to Circuit Judge Christopher J. Marshall. His next court date is January 12, 2021, in quotations. In the aftermath of Nelson's death, DA Mike Schmidt has committed to working with state lawmakers to assess the existing laws governing the use of private security, from training accountability for misconduct to use of force, balancing the important role they can play in protecting businesses with public safety as a whole. End of quote. Smith's office said in a news release about the incident. Senator Floyd Proyansky D. Eugene, who chairs the Senate Judiciary Committee, said the case, in quotation, fortifies the need to review the current level of de-escalation training and tactical engagement that private security personnel receive to obtain their certification or license. We must make sure that the private security sector adheres to modern best practices of de-escalation and tactical engagement, end quote. Matthew Cady, one of the owners of the corner store security firm, told the police agency that certifies private security guards that GImbel was wearing a body camera at the time of the shooting that the company turned over to the Portland Police Bureau. According to Cady, GImbel had prior problems with Nelson. On the night of the shooting, Nelson acted as if he was going to run over the guard with his car, Cady said. GImbel warned Nelson to stop, but he continued and GImbel fired, according to Cady. After the shooting, Corner Store Security Group told the state that 2 other security guards who worked for the company hadn't received their formal certification to carry a firearm, but were also carrying weapons. Final Day Live Stories. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Final Day Live Stories.